what's up? How's it going? Welcome to our first episode of The Larger Half. It is a brand new podcast series with Chris and myself, Zoran. And I guess the initiative is to sort of, get into an interesting conversation and just basically reach out to everyone watching out there. That I guess we both are content creators. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm an actor. I'm a motivational speaker as well as a presenter, and I've kind of been in the industry for the last 10 to 11 years. And having done various different shows on television, film, on screen, on stage, and having featured in these beautiful Insta Live sessions and a lot of the digital stuff that the world has changed itself to in the last 365 days and a bit more than that. One would perhaps ask as to when you do so much, isn't it a bit sort of saturating to kind of constantly be putting yourself out there? I think the question is no, to put it mildly, and why I would say so is because no matter how much you kind of put yourself through wanting to seek some sort of validation or perhaps asking people how their day is going, what's really happening, and really kind of lending yourself out through whatever help they need just by having a conversation can change a lot, either mentally, morally, ethically, and because the climate of the way things are currently in the world, whether it's political stuff, whether it's the on just in a moral sense as well, like changing of industries, changing I guess the Black Lives Matter process, or whether it's even in various different countries. We both happen to come from India, and unfortunately things are not the way they are, the way they used to be. And I think Chris and I have been having various different conversations for quite some time, how we could kind of rightfully use a certain platform to kind of channel that voice and hopefully bring about a difference just by having a conversation that can probably make you smile or just enlighten your day. So yeah, that's me.
Hi everyone and welcome to The Larger Half. We are debuting today. It's our first episode, and as Zoran rightfully mentioned, we have a lot in store. And we've been having these conversations for a while, but before that, I'm Mallika Bhadra. I'm connecting with you all right now from Melbourne, Australia, but I'm originally from New Delhi, India. And the reason why we start is, I'll give my reason first, Zoran, and then I'll ask you the same question. Is I am sure a lot of people will ask us why the need for another station, because as you mentioned, you've been speaking, I've been kind of speaking somewhere and all that. I think for me as a person, the world we are in right now, there can be never many platforms to lend our voices. There is so much happening, the more the better. The more voices, the better it is. We need ourselves to be heard. We need people to shout out as loud as they can, and any platform, no matter what way is it, video, audio, whatever, if it lends to a good cause, so be it. I'm all up for it, and I'm sure Zoran was up for it too, and that is how we connected and came up with this idea. Zoran, now I'll put this question to you, since this is our intro video. Why another podcast? Like, you've been speaking everywhere, and that is how we also connected. Why did you feel that, okay, let's just start another channel? What was the need?
Well, two reasons. I think A, because I wish we were in the same country and perhaps things were a bit easier. We could go to a recording studio and actually make this actually happen. But because I live in Oman, I reside in Oman. I used to be in Australia, and before that I was in New York and in India for a while. But currently, with being thousands and thousands of miles away, this is the best possible option. But more on a more serious note, I think also, like you mentioned rightly, Chris, that no matter how much you put yourself out there, no matter what the channel is or what the platform or the medium is, whether it's YouTube or whether it's Facebook, whether it's Instagram, whether it's Twitter, I think the question to really ask yourself is, are you being meaningful and useful to society around you? And second of all, there are a lot of people with good intentions, or sometimes not even the best of intentions, wanting to create things to sensationalize stuff. What The Larger Half intends to bring about, and I think you and I have constantly discussed this, is to kind of be as authentic and raw and real as possible, and not kind of really just faff around. Really walk about what we feel and what we mean, because we're two very ordinary individuals, just very passionate about the things we do. And I think through passion, through experience, through ups and downs, you've been through your share of things. You've had a journey of your own. I've been through a few things, and through these phases and processes, you tend to realize that there comes a time where it's wonderful to connect with people who might be strangers, but I've also seen that side of life. I think they say the best gift that social media gives you is anonymity. But at the same time, it's also a big benefit. It's a big. It can be a curse when there's a lot of trolling happening, and unfortunately, a lot of that happens. And with the passing of news and information and data, which is not so authentic. But I think upside of it is you connect with a lot of like-minded individuals, which perhaps are able to bring about a change in your life. They're able to connect with you. There's a lot of relatability. So to put it in one sentence, why do this despite doing so many things? I think it's relatability and just connecting with honest, good energy, which can bring about a change through a conversation.
Also, Zoran, when you say about connecting with people,
Yeah,
I look at every person as an experience, like as a story.
sure.
So a good person or a bad person, we can't judge the person, but it's a story that's coming to us, right? So if
Sure.
I meet a person who doesn't give me a good experience, I try to put myself a step back and
Yeah.
analyze that what
Yeah.
must have happened to this individual that he has had not such a pleasant journey. So
Yeah.
I guess through this channel or podcast, we are also aiming to have and